Hey guys, welcome to another video. I started my day off at 6 this morning and I'm now at a truck stop on Quarry Road by the 400. It's already 9:30, so see what the day brings. Still got 10.5 hours left on the log. And this little place here is called the 149 Diner. It's a little husky, I believe. The restaurant's closed today, so I'm cooking my own breakfast. But I also want to show you what this truck stop looks like. And this is a bit of an example of how the northern truck stops, the parking lots are like. That's the exit there. The entrance is over there. And then we go around over there. It's not too bad over here. It's a little muddy, but it is also spring, so that's alright. But it's these big potholes here that I don't understand. This is a big one there. Big one. And then it's a little bit smoother for a wee bit. Now that's a big one. I'm not even going to step in there. That's a pretty deep one too. It's not long, but it's deep. And this truck stop was worse last year, even in the summer. And this is spring, but this is already pretty bad, even though it's spring. Like these are rough. Not the worst truck stop out here. But that's how it is.
older I get, the more I think.
Alright, near Sudbury area. This is Sudbury area. Out of some potholes there, 69 is usually pretty rough. But it's that time of year, in the spring everything melts off and thaws, and then the highway settles too, and then potholes pop up. Yesterday they had a lot of rain here over the weekend. It was actually closed here yesterday because of rain coming across. I don't think it was closed very long, but it was for a bit, and there was still water going across today, but it was all open up. We're still on the 69, and the Highway 17 is just ahead of us here. We'll take 17 towards the Sioux. Warming up, it's +7. Not a bad day for the road.
Get a minute, better live while you're in it, 'cause it's gone in a blink. And the older I get, the truer it is. It's the people you love, not the money and stuff, that makes you rich. And if they found the fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop, and that's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get.
Into St. Marie now. It's a good day to go trucking. Not a whole lot happening, but it's a good day to go trucking and listen to some tunes. But we'll stretch the legs here, take a walk along around the truck, and be back on the road. Buddy just revving her up there. Gotta get it aired up, I guess. That's an old Freightliner there. Old. Pretty cool though. Let's head it back on the road and see what it brings. Now we're on the left of the highway. Well, we want to turn left out of the property here. And let's see how that goes. It's a busy road. Not yet, not yet. One more. 10-4, no problemo. Okay, you want to get in here? No problem. No problem. There's lots of room behind me, but no, in front of me is okay. I was talking to another driver in the Sioux there by the Husky, and he's drives a 2009 Mack, and he owns the truck. He's an older fella, but his previous truck was a 1995 Mack. And those old Macks, they were for cowboys only. Like they rode pretty rough, but they were tough. But he says this truck that he owns now is his last truck. It's getting old, and that'll be the last one he owns. These new trucks they build nowadays, it's kind of like we complain so much about how they build them, and they could build them a lot better with a lot more quality. But once you go back, 30 years like that, that's a 1995, that'll be 30 years this year. 30 years ago, trucks, they were built tough, but they rode pretty rough for the most part. Especially the Mack and Western Star would have been the tougher rides. They would have been used for a lot of the off-road use, logging. They've been pretty famous for logging. A roll-off truck with the one what slides the big steel bin up and down. Those were mostly rough, or those were mostly Mack trucks until it's more recent, and they switched a lot to Western Star. Ever since Western Star bought Sterling, and they came out with the 4700 to replace the Sterling. Those trucks have replaced a lot of the roll-off heavy haul use. As far as logging, I'm thinking it's anything. A lot of Kenworth and Peterbilt. The other day I talked to an herb driver. He had been on the road for many years too. He was, oh man, what did he say? He was on the road for 30 years. And he used to run the north here with cab overs. Like he'd run a lot to Timmins, Wawa. And those cab overs, they're antique now. They look good. But again, in those days, way back, and they weren't the smoothest ride, and they're not the most driver convenient. They look nice. I don't know if I'd ever drive one. Would not drive one if I was on the road all week. Maybe if I just gone a night here and there, I probably would drive one. But they do look nice. They made some nice antique trucks. I don't think the cab overs were designed for driver comfort. But hey, that's my opinion. I've actually never driven one. Neither have I driven an old Mack, but I know enough about Mack that I know those were rough. Rough and tough. But I do like listening to them stories. The older fellas, they give me the stories. I'll listen with my ears open. I do wonder though, how many drivers that have driven a truck that was older than 2000 and are currently driving a fairly new truck would go back to the old truck. If they, not considering that they could make two in one, take the best out of both and make a truck. Just take the old truck back the way it was. How many drivers would do that? Ooh, it looks like the scale's open there. 10-4, 10-4. day for driving, good day for driving. That's an old freight shaker. That's gotta be older than 2000, I think. I don't know. There's the lake.
Friends I have, but you don't need a lot when the ones that you've got have always got your back. And the older I get, the better I am at knowing when to give and when to take a stand. And if they found the fountain of youth, I wouldn't drink a drop, and that's the truth. Funny how it feels, I'm just getting to my best years yet. The older I get. And I don't mind all the lines from all the times I've laughed and cried. They're souvenirs and little signs of the life I've lived. The older I get, the longer I pray.
And here I am, Marathon rest area. And this is where I decided to stop today and call it a night. I've got supper in the oven. This pole up here is nothing fancy, but I got food with me, so it's alright. It's just a little rest area. Used to be a ski hill, I think, years ago. And let me know in the comments whether you like a truck that is older than 2000 or a new one. Just let me know what you think. And thanks for watching.